Dear friends, welcome back to Data Analytics Talks. So in this video, I would like to explore lookup transformation in Informatica. We have just seen the join transformation. The join transformation, we join two tables on a condition and you will retrieve some related data from the joining table. Lookup transformation used to retrieve data based on a specified lookup condition. For example, you can use a lookup transformation to retrieve values from a database table for codes used in source data. I will explain you with an example later. So in order to perform the task like get a related value, retrieve a value from a lookup table based on a value in the source. For example, the source has an employee ID. To retrieve employee name from a lookup table, we can use lookup transformation. Get multiple values. Retrieve multiple rows from a lookup table. For example, return all employees in a department. Then update solely changing dimensional tables. Determine whether rows exist in the target. We can perform the following types of lookups: connected or unconnected lookups. A connected lookups transformation receives source data, performs a lookup, and returns data. A unconnected lookup transformation is not connected to a source or target. A transformation calls lookup transformation with a lookup expression. The unconnected lookup transformation returns one column to the calling transformation. And we have the cached and uncached lookup. A cached lookup source to optimize performance. Okay, so go to the docs.informatica.com and you will have a lot of resources to explore about the lookup transformation. I'm not going to explain these anymore. So let's go back to the database and see the tables. So we have table called countries. The country table, we have country ID, country name, and region ID. And we have another table, regions. We have a region ID, a region name. What's our requirement is? Our requirement is to bring region name with the countries. So I created another table called countries and region. We have the country ID, country name, region ID, region name. Okay. So the ask is to bring region additional from the region based on the region ID from the countries. Okay. For that, we can use the lookup transformation. So to see the data in the country, you can see there is a country code and we have the region country name and we have the region ID. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a numeric value. Coming to the region, we have a region ID 1, 2, 3, 4 and Europe, Americas, Asia, Middle East, Africa. So this is the region ID. Okay, let's go back to our Informatica PowerCenter. So we need to create another project. Let's go to the repository and let's add a new folder. This is a lookup countries. Maybe they will say LKP or something. We can use the right prefix. It's created. Let me close this. I have to disconnect. And connect. Connect. So we have the lookup countries. Let me open this. So we have to add the source. We import the source. We have the same table, HR table. We have connected. So our source is countries. So we'll be using lookup as a region. Okay. Let me click OK. So we have the region and we have the target. Let me go to the target analyzer. Let me get the target from database. Again, it is also from HR maybe. Connect HR country region, like countries and region. Okay. So added. So we have a country region name here. This additional column which we don't have in the source. So let's go to the mapping. Mapping. Just go to mapping and create a mapping. We have the M country region. This is the mapping. Of course, let's pull the source. We have the countries. We select countries. Okay, then we have the target, and that is the country region. So we have the country name. And we have the region ID. So let's map this country to country. We can map country to country name. Then we have region ID. We have region ID. Region ID. But we don't have the region name. Okay. What we have to do is we can use the lookup transformation. So as I mentioned already, so we will be having the region table. The region table, we have the region name, but we will use the region ID as the lookup. And this is the value, right? So let me go and add the lookup transformation. This is the lookup transformation. When you add the lookup transformation, it will ask you to import the lookup source qualifier. So we can import. We have the source already. We have got those countries. We have the target. That's there. We have the source qualifier. So let's import from the database. So if it is a file, we can also import from file. But my lookup table is from the relational table. This again from the same table. I have the table region. Okay. So I have brought the region. So we have a region in our source. We have a region in our lookup as well. So what we need to do is we have to drag this region on which we are going to have the lookup. So what happens is like it is created a additional field, region ID 1. Okay. So we have region ID, which is the region ID of the lookup table. This is the region ID of the source table. So now let's double click on this. Of course, you can rename it. You can see the port. So the region ID, it is just an input, no need to output, right? Okay. Then this region ID and region name. So this is these are output and also the lookup. Okay. Let's go to the properties. No, we don't write any lookup SQL script. Lookup table is region, and you can enable the cache filter. We don't. Everything will be by default. Okay. Now let's go to the condition. So we can add a condition. So what is the condition? You can say region ID of the lookup table equal to the region ID of the source. We can have any of these operators, but I'm going for the equal to. Okay, I apply. Okay, so we have set the condition. So now what is required is, let's actually drag the name into our target. So when region ID from the source and the region ID from the lookup matches, it will return the name of the region, and that region will be populated in our target database. So if you look at the iconic view, this is how it looks, and we can arrange it all. Okay, so we need to save this. This is valid. It's valid. What else we have to go? Let's go and implement a workflow. Let's go to the workflow manager. Let me go to the workflow. So we need to create a workflow. You go to task, create a session, and say country region. Create. We have one mapping. Use the mapping. It's done. And let's go to the task workflow. Let's go and create. Go to a session. Create a task. Sorry, wait, go to the workflow manager. Let's workflow create. And let's give workflow. Country region. Okay. So now we need to drag the session. Now we need to link it. Let me again save this. This is valid. Need to go to the monitor. Let me monitor. Okay. So we can right click and the workflow. Let's start the workflow. Let's go to the monitor. It's running. It's failed. Okay, saying the session instance is not valid, revalidate in the workflow manager. Okay, when we run it, we have a problem here. So we need to understand what is the problem. Let's double click on this session. Let's see fail parent if this task fails, fail parent if this task does not run. Then let's go to the properties or mapping. So we can see the connections. These are all connections are Oracle. Let's go to the source. It's by default coming as Oracle. Let's go to the destination. So we only need insert. Let's uncheck the delete. Then go to the lookup. We should make sure that this Oracle is selected. Then apply. Okay. Still you are seeing this. Let's go to the sessions. I think this because it's not updated here. Let's come here. Let's see the properties. Mapping. Let's go to the SQL. Let's put all good countries. Let's also update. We need only insert. The load type is normal only. Then let's go to the the lookup. You need to choose the Oracle database. Okay. So apply this. It's okay. Then let's click and save. So it's gone. So if you find this kind of issues, let's go and update the session also. Okay. So now It is time to open the monitor. Let's minimize it. Let's try to put the workflow designer. Let's right click, start the workflow. Let's go back to the monitor. So this is running. Source running succeeded. Now if you look at, you can see that now we have 25 records added. Yeah, let's go to the database. Let's go to the database. Let's see the data loaded into the countries region. So we have country ID, country name, region ID, region name. So this is the lookup transformation in Informatica. Hope this helps. Thank you.